Hey, this past Sunday, we talked about what it was like to be for the city. We talked about the way that God exiled his people to Babylon because of their sinfulness, because of their brokenness, because of the way that they rejected his desires and his plans for their lives. But like we said, just because they were in Babylon, not in Jerusalem, doesn't mean that God wasn't there with them. And just because they were in Babylon and not in Jerusalem doesn't mean that God didn't have a mission and a purpose for them. And that mission and purpose for them was really to function in the same way that they were supposed to function back in Jerusalem. They were supposed to be like a city on a hill, shining for everyone around them to see. And here's how Jeremiah 29:7 says this. It says, "And work for the peace and the prosperity of the city where I sent you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it, for its welfare will determine your welfare." So we are to be actively working for the good of our city. We are to be actively praying for the good of our city, for the places where we live. We're to be praying for them. And I know I talk a lot about gardens just because it's on my brain because we have a garden at home. And it's a great illustration. But when all of the plants in the garden are healthy, the entire garden flourishes. Like everything around it flourishes when all of the plants are healthy. So when we seek the good of our community, when our community is better, we as Christians benefit from that. And this is something we're going to talk about over the next several months as we dig deeper into Daniel beginning this week. So I just want to encourage you today to be thinking about what does it look like for you to be working for the good of the city, so that your city is better because you live in it. Thinking about students, middle school and high school students, like what does it look like for you to be working and praying for the good of your school? For those of us who have jobs, what does it look like for us to work and pray for the good of our employers and our other employees? And maybe if we work with customers, the good of the customers. Like when everyone else around us thrives, it is good for us, and it's good for us as Christians when our city thrives. Love you, praying with you, praying for you, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.